She is a U.S. Air Force pilot, physics graduate, AI expert, and now Miss America, a real-life Wonder Woman. U.S. Air Force pilot Madison Marsh is the first active military member ever to become Miss America. Before we take off, kindly like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Also, hit the bell notification to be alerted for more uploads of inspiring women making positive changes in our world. Madison, 22, who holds a black belt in Taekwondo and made her debut solo flight age 16, is the first active military member ever to win the century-old pageant. Air Force chiefs were among the first to praise their wannabe Top Gun after she was crowned at a glitzy bash in Orlando, Florida on Sunday. They wrote on X, formerly Twitter, "Congratulations to our very own airman who was just crowned Miss America 2024. Madison, whose day job involves training at the controls of an F-16 fighter jet, beat 50 other contestants to the top spot and said, "I'm very excited to get to represent women who can break stereotypes." She had blown the judges away in the talent section of the competition. While her rivals danced, sang, and acted in their bid for glory, she told how her first experience piloting a plane solo in her teens had strengthened her leadership skills. She added, "Whether I'm seated in the cockpit or standing in my crown, I know the sky is not the limit."
Leaders are calling her the pride of Fort Smith, and now we're hearing from the woman who was named Miss America, and she grew up right here in Five Country.
Your Miss America 2024 is Miss Colorado, Madison Marsh!
Wow, I have chills. Well, Second Lieutenant Madison Marsh right there graduated from Southside High School, and as of Sunday night, she's the first ever and only active duty officer to compete and then win Miss America. Marsh graduated from the U.S. Air Force Academy last year and competed under the title of Miss Colorado, since that's where she lives now. And now we're hearing from her for the first time after her big win.
Very, very shocked. I mean, right now all I can think about is just my mom and how this entire year is going to represent her. You can achieve anything. As I said in my talent, the sky is not the limit, and the only person that is stopping you is you. And if I can come from a small town, not being a part of the pageant community, and stepping into this role, so can you. It is so achievable for every young woman.
Lieutenant Marsh is also a grad student at Harvard and founded the Whitney Marsh Foundation, which supports cancer research in honor of her mom, who died from pancreatic cancer.
I think I was in the 8th grade, if I'm correct, when I started looking at the Air Force Academy. And there was a funny story. My congressman that represented me from back home, when I decided I wanted to go to the Air Force Academy, I wrote out like an entire resume, all of my fact sheet, and I walked up to him in a hallway and I said, "Hello, so nice to meet you. I want to be like your next candidate to go to the Air Force Academy."
Oh, you were serious.
So I was serious from day one.
And look at this video here too. We see you.
Oh yes, I had. So this is a female fighter pilot that flew me at Nellis Air Force Base, and her husband is also an F-16 pilot. She's the only female fighter pilot in this squadron, and she is so cool. I mean, such an inspiration to a lot of young women, because, you know, as I was talking about being a military member, the first military member to win Miss America, I also think about, like, less than 15 years ago, I wouldn't have ever been able to, like, join combat positions or maybe receive the job of pilot. And there are women like her that broke those boundaries. The first women that joined the Air Force Academy, joined the military, became pilots, combat positions, you name it. And I'm so excited to get to be a part of that legacy, to open up that door to so many other young women.
And look at what you're doing now.
Oh, thank you.
Let's talk about the purple ribbon that you have there on your sash. Your platform, your community service, is about pancreatic cancer. Why is that so important to you?
So I lost my mom on November 1st, 2018 to pancreatic cancer. She was misdiagnosed for a while and only survived 9 months from the moment that she was diagnosed to the day that she passed, and was only 41. And had no symptoms beforehand. We don't have a cancer history in our family, so it is so important to me to educate people to know the signs. I mean, looking for maybe it's jaundice, maybe it's unexplained back pain, abdominal pain, all the different signs, to make sure that you're advocating for yourself, because we didn't know that's what my mom had. And I can only imagine if we would invest more in research and advocacy and education, she could still be here. And even though she can't be here, I still get to be. So I want to be a voice for her and all the other patients, past, present, and future. So I'm really excited to get to do that this year.
And before we go, if your mom were here, what do you think she would think of you?
Oh, you know, she never actually got to see me compete in pageants because I started after she passed. And I think she would be the one person that would not have been shocked that I joined pageants. I just think that she would be so excited, and a big thing for her is she wanted to be remembered for who she was and not what pancreatic cancer had made her. And that's exactly what I want to do this year, to share her life and her love with everyone all around the globe.
And we love you for that.
Oh, thank you so much.
All right, once again, Madison Marsh, aka Miss America. Congratulations and thanks for coming on.
Before the show, Madison, whose cousin introduced her to pageants, had said, "It's an awesome experience to bring both sides of the favorite parts of my life together, and hopefully make a difference for others to be able to realize you don't have to limit yourself." She said beauty contests are a valuable experience for young girls as they work to build their confidence, take good care of themselves, and do their bit to help others. She explained, "Pageants are changing, and one of the ways is in what being physically fit means to women. For me, it's great because I need to stay physically fit and in the gym for the military, so it already coincides with pageant training. My cousin had competed in pageants for a long time, and one of the big things that I love is the community service aspect and the focus on public speaking." After her win, Madison told People magazine she was proud to demonstrate that not all beauty queens are just a pretty face. She said, "We've had this preconceived notion in the past that you might be judged for beauty contests and not be taken seriously as a leader. This just proves that you can be feminine while leaning into your leadership role." As a child, Madison dreamed of being a biologist, but changed her mind when her parents sent her to space camp age 13. She took up flying lessons 2 years later and already had her license when she joined the United States Air Force Academy in 2019. There, she studied physics with a focus on astronomy and won an internship with NASA on a project looking at gamma rays. The blonde beauty is now doing a public policy master's at the Harvard Kennedy School in Cambridge, Massachusetts, in a partnership with the Air Force. Madison told judges of her first experience piloting a plane solo in her teens had strengthened her leadership skills. Madison told People magazine she was proud to demonstrate that not all beauty queens are just a pretty face. Madison from Arkansas started taking part in pageants during her first year with the military. She said, "I think at first everyone was very confused. The first year at the academy is hardest. You wear the uniform 24/7, you own no civilian clothes. You're training all the time. It's military, military, military." I think everyone was like, "What in the world is she doing?" They had an obvious stereotype, but I know after watching Miss America, my family understood why I competed. Madison lost her mom Whitney, 41, who worked helping foster kids, to pancreatic cancer in 2018 and set up a research charity in her name. She has raised some $200,000 for the cause by staging annual 5K and 10K runs. The Trailblazer, who is also the reigning Miss Colorado, has been studying the use of AI to detect the disease that took her mom from her and plans to use her crown to raise cancer awareness. In a poignant Instagram post, she wrote of her win, "To my mama, this whole year is for you. If you were in the audience, I know you would have been my first hug. The world is about to know your story, light and love." Madison lavished praise on her fellow beauty queens, insisting, "It's more than just the superficial stuff. You see young women that are talented, passionate, and well-spoken with some of the best resumes you'll ever see. They are community-driven and on a mission." Ladies, what was your favorite part of Madison's story? Also, what other inspirational women would you like to see videos on? Leave a comment below. Thanks for watching, and remember to keep on flourishing. Toodles!